You all thought I forgot about it. No. I'm still wanting to play. Let's start this over. You all thought I forgot about it. Oh, no, as you can see in the schedule that I never keep to, this is supposed to be there. Just... It wasn't in the... Oh, my mic is all twisted. It fell off. There we go. I think that's better. It was all... I just got busy, and I had other things I wanted to play for a bit. And honestly, last time I sat down to play this when I wasn't tired, which was actually Friday before I started the Knights game in EU5, I went, maybe I should do Trails. And a part of me got really sad at the idea that we're not going to see Princess Josh again. Like, I know that there are people out there who react poorly when I start applying trans headcanons to characters in media, because people are trans-misogynistic. People are transphobic in general, trans-misogynistic in specific, and they don't like the idea that something that they might resonate with, that they might find familiarity with, might also be a foundational trans experience, because we are, generally speaking, meant to be, you know, the weird little tranny, the abnormality. And the thing is that being trans is fundamentally about identity. There's something core within your identity that other people don't recognize, that for a lot of us, for much of our lives, involves lying to people we care about, keeping secrets, like, you know, the number of times when you're a young kid and someone's like, well, and someone mockingly goes, do you want to be a girl? Haha. And you're like, no, but really you want to say yes? Or things like that. And Josh, if it's not immediately obvious, at least as far as the prologue and the first couple chapters of the game are concerned, vibes with a lot of that. You know, Josh is a character who has a past that we don't know much about. He plays everything very close to his chest. He, you know, feels sort of you can tell he has a pressure to feel like he has to exceed expectations, and so on and so forth. And all of that is very easy to read as dysphoria. Not even like Egg. Like, I don't necessarily want to read Josh as Egg when I read Josh from a trans perspective. I want to read Josh as closeted. And going through the Princess Josh scenes, I think legitimately, if we're considering authorial intent, looking at this being 2004, Japan, you know, this is around the time that you had Visual K. I don't know if Visual K is still a big thing, but like this is when I was, you know, a senior in high school, and throughout my high school career, Visual K was a big thing in my high school because everyone was kind of awe about the Japanese exchange students that we had occasionally, and they were all super into Visual K. Like, big heart from me to Visual K. It let me cross-dress when I was in high school and just go, I'm cool. And people couldn't argue with it. I was like, hey, yeah, the chicks dig it. What am I gonna do? Not do something that chicks dig? And like, no one gives you shit for that. What the fuck is wrong with teenagers? But I think just knowing that that's a factor from that era, knowing that there's globally this sort of trans-misogynistic, haha, look at the man at the dress thing. I think this was just kind of meant to be, you know, sort of coming from that same gender place as Hikaru in Ruan High School Host Club, where you're going, aha, this is a sort of you'll need the bottle opener on my keys to open the drink. Where it's going to, haha, see, you don't have to conform with gender. We're modern. women can be masculine, men can be feminine, and it's, you know, it's not just haha man in dress. Look, Josh is actually hot in a dress. Josh can do this really well, and you know what, maybe you can too. And, like, it comes off as a little transmisogynistic, right? But, and if you, like, I've shown younger queers or on High School Host Club, and, like, there's a big push against Rocky horror in younger queer circles right now. And all that comes from the same place of queerness as a whole is much more accepted now than it was when I was a kid. And there's a big, and the backlash is focused entirely on trans feminine people. So anything that looks like a trans feminine caricature, you know, people feel a backlash to. And I think they're right to. Like, Dr. Frankenfurter is a deeply trans-misogynistic caricature. It is rooted in the haha man in dress ideology. But also, like, even when I first encountered Rocky Horror in, like, 96, 97, there was nothing else. This was the first time I had ever seen something vaguely trans-feminine that wasn't a corpse or a serial killer or just miserable. And yeah, okay, Frankenfurter's a murderer and a seducer and all sorts of bad things, but Frank's having a damned good time, and as a kid I needed to see that. So I'm rambling a little bit away from the point, but the point is I don't think Josh is intended to be trans. I think Josh has an identity thing going on related to his backstory. We'll probably encounter it at some point. And that kind of intersects with, like, that 2004 vibe of, well, we gotta explore gender, twisting gender's cool, and it remixes in sort of a counter, haha, look at the man in the dress vibe. And I think all that comes together, though, like, from a trans perspective. It means that you can read, at least at the point we're at, where we haven't started chapter 3 yet, you can read Josh as a dysphoric character who had a moment of kind of awkward shyness as other people might have caught on to his secret, right? Because, you know, he looks kind of happy, but he also looks nervous, but not so much nervous with presenting femininely, but as being seen by people he cares about presenting femininely. And as someone who spent a number of years trans in the closet, that's not a out of nowhere experience. Again, don't think it's intentional, but number one, the sorts of people who get mad at this consider Senpei wa Otokonoko not to be a trans story when it's explicitly a trans story. Especially when you go into the later chapters and after the kind of initial arc and they have the flashback stuff. It's like, oh yeah, no, this is a trans character negotiating the niceties and politeness of Japanese society and not really feeling like it's appropriate to make that statement without being medically gatekept. And people latch onto, you know, anything that might not be trans and say, see, and they don't care. They don't care about what actually is. Like, we all saw that when Bridget was declared as trans. Like, people were like, wow, it's the ruined, woke Westerners ruining the thing. It's like, no. It's the person creating the character going, oh, I understand the circumstances around this character now. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Kind of a similar thing to Celeste, where, you know, Celeste is very much a game about being trans and the emotional struggles of being trans. But it was made by a trans woman who had not yet cracked her egg. So people like to go, it's just about depression and mental health. And get really mad when you point out that the author, the creator of the game has come out and said, yeah, Madeline's trans, it's about being trans. I just didn't know that when I was making the game because I didn't realize that that's what I was struggling with. I don't think this is like that. I think Josh is not trans, like, narratively. I don't think he's intended to be trans. I expect we will eventually receive some, you know, confirmation of what's actually going on in his backstory. But until that point, I'm going to be reading Josh as a trans gal in the closet because I find it fun. Because it can help take some of the narrative struggles. Not narrative struggles, because you live your life, you don't live in a narrative. But like some of the struggles that you experience as a trans feminine person, especially times that you're in the closet. And it can tie those back to a character that, you know, someone who's not trans feminine might be familiar with, because very little about the experiences of anyone are entirely unique. Like, there's a lot of places where I have never experienced depressions that, say, black friends have experienced. But I have seen people in other circumstances experience similar things. Like, I don't know anyone who isn't black who's experienced the entirety of black oppression. But like, you know, I see each little bit appear in other groups, and it reminds me, I think, of the idea that at the core, we're all fundamentally human. Like, any division you make in humanity, you're going to find more variety within the categories you try to make than differences between them. And you may even see that people are crossing that boundary. They're all socially constructed boundaries, some of them built by the weight of history, some of them built by institutions for the purpose of oppression, some built by institutions for the purpose of kind of reconstruction, repair. Like, I think a lot of the modern tribal situations have their emergence not really out of ancient, you know, history as maybe we say, but out of kind of the treaties and the recognition of colonizers and sort of attempts by some colonizers to make things right. Like, and I don't have that super fleshed out as a detail because that's not really a thing I'm interested in, but it's in my head. And as I warm up and waste a little bit of time at the beginning of this before I click start and close the chapter on Josh's trans feminine experience, cast Josh back into the sorrow of the closet, so to speak, I wanted to just mention that and ramble a little and kind of provide the off-the-cuff, unstructured thoughts that it doesn't matter if a character isn't intended to be trans. It matters that that character's story resonates in this way. And that if you are not a trans person and you're maybe uncomfortable with that resonance because it resonates with you, don't use that as a I must be trans or as an excuse to be angry. Use that as a foothold to go, okay, maybe one portion, some small portion of this trans experience, because certainly if you experience the entire trans experience, if you have all these thoughts, you're probably trans and you should look at HRT. But like, if it's only like these little chunks of pieces, like the bits of alienation of identity, the bits of kind of the inability to connect with people when you're not fully authentic about yourself and the difficulties there. Like, maybe if you relate to some of that, you can say, hey, I relate all the way through to the trans people about that. I relate to Josh about that. The weird trans gal rambling on the internet relates to Josh around that. Maybe that means I relate to the weird trans gal on the internet. And maybe when you hear someone start talking transphobia, you can go, but that there's this connection I already feel. Maybe I should not be listening to the people screaming about perverts or whatever. I love how much louder that is than my voice. My mic really loves to pick up when I open a can. Today's initial drink is a San Pellegrino, pomegranate, and orange. I love San Pellegrino. Like, when I first had it, I was like, this is nothing. But like, over time, I really appreciate it. Anyway, that's enough rambling. That's enough ranting. That has given time for anyone who wants to show up. So, you know what? Let us continue. Previously, we had the end, and now, Chapter 3. black-clad men. Stubborn bastard. Hey. How the heck is he keeping up with such a huge sword? My training methods are different. Oh, that was badass. Damn, we can't shake him. We have no choice. Time to counterattack. They're using little 3-blade daggers. Next time we get in combat, remind me to pay attention to... No, Josh uses 2 daggers. I felt very Josh, probably because I was just rambling about Josh. But yeah, let's go. Gosh, last time I made a short from this, someone was like, "You're an idiot if you think this is good animation. Like, watch this. This is amazing." Because you're finally taking me seriously. I was getting sick of playing tag with you fools. He's not gonna give up till he's dead. Stubborn idiot. Does he really think he can beat 2-to-1 odds? I think I already have. Well, every fight takes spirit. You lose that, you lose everything. And I figured out exactly what kind of spirit you losers had when you took off with your tails between your legs. Silence, Gilder dog! We can handle you. You're in for a painful death. Gah! Damn it. Can't get caught now. How about you surrender and give me your full confessions? Starting with who you are and what you're after. You needn't concern yourself about that. What? It's this one. I think I did a voice like this. When'd you get here? Commander, you came for us. You two are pitiful. You failed to report in as appointed, and this is why? We have no excuses. We've had a lot of interference. I get it, so you're the man in charge. Only of this particular scene. Allow me to apologize on behalf of my men. Could I persuade you to overlook this incident? Huh? Repeat that? I said I'd like for you to overlook this incident. I never had any intention of running afoul of the Bracer Guild. Don't make me laugh. Think I'm gonna look the other way and let you get away with what you did? I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit through OBS. I feel like it's a little loud. Oh well, I thought it a generous offer, personally. Certainly a fairer price than death. Both of you, stand down. Return to the rendezvous point at once. Yes, sir. Thank you, Commander. Where do you think you're going? Son of a... Fine. Target may have changed, but as long as I have one. And you being leader, I assume you got better information to offer me than your underlings anyway. You think it'll be that easy to make me talk? Sure as hell intend to find out. Not bad at all. You have an irresponsible irrepressible passion, but a great weight bears down upon you. And not quite so different from me. What you just say? It's a painful thing to be powerless in a time of crisis. But you know that feeling all too well, no? I see it in your eyes. Fine then. I don't know who you are, but I think I like you. There's no shame in powerlessness. There is no shame in being outmatched. You and I both know that. Perhaps we could come to a mutually beneficial arrangement? Screw you. Don't act like you know anything about me. You're in for one hell of a beatdown. Yeah. Wow. All talk, no shock. But the guild's gonna love interrogating you. What the? Is that the body split craft? I get sensed something faint from the dark forest beyond. Nice try. But you've got a heavy heart. And a heavy heart makes for a light blade. Why don't you come out of hiding and say that? When a warrior enters a skirmish, he must be prepared to lose everything. Otherwise, he can gain nothing. In order to live as a man, you must forgo all anger and grief. With that, I bid you farewell. The presence in the trees has vanished. Forgo? How the hell am I supposed to do that? Animations are so good. They're stylized, and other people might not like it, but they're so good. And thus we begin Chapter 3, The Black Orbment. I guess she's not here yet. I'm gonna shimmy down the volume a little more. There we go. Did we get here that early? Could be. Want to kill some time at the tavern? It's nice out, so I think I'd rather just wait here. I doubt I could ever get tired of the view of the river. Yeah, no kidding. I even get the feeling that Ruan's finally back to normal. Pretty amazing considering the uproar after Mayor Dalmore's arrest. Well, a seated mayor has never been arrested before. Try to imagine if Mayor Klaus was arrested in Roland. That would be a real shock. But when I think of it that way, the people of Ruan almost seem cold. I mean, they're clearly surprised by what happened, but not a person was truly shocked as far as I can tell. No. You have to remember, the mayor of Ruan has always been selected by bloodline alone. He wasn't elected to the position by the Ruanians, and that probably makes all the difference in the world. Yeah, that's true. The people of Roland appointed Klaus mayor because they liked him and trusted him. Dalmore's getting what he deserves, but I still feel kinda bad for him. Hey, look who's here. Huh? Oh, Sieg! It's Sieg! Hi, Sieg! Scree! Stell! Joshua! Yay! Chloe! Hey, I'm sorry that I'm late. No problem, we just got here ourselves. Don't tell us you ran all the way here. You really don't need to rush. I couldn't let you go without seeing you off. Thank you so very much for contacting me. Chloe, I keep telling you, you don't have to thank us. You too, Sieg. Thanks for coming. Scree! I love Sieg. Oh my god. Look at those. Scree! Star? Well, shall we be off? Okay. We need to use the south exit to reach Zeiss, right? Yes. On the southern road is a checkpoint called Erletten. We can set out for Zeiss from there. Roger that. Alright, let's go. 3. Oh, Chloe's coming with us. Hex yeah. That's map. Controls. There's my run. Ooh, hi old lady. Farewell. The Dalmores have truly fallen far if the mayor had her hand in these crimes. He'll never seem like a real mayor again. More important, I just worry about the poor kids from the orphanage. Can't do much of anything for them, but I can at least dote a little. Can we say goodbye to the kids at the orphanage? I'm gonna go see if I can say goodbye to the kids at the orphanage. In fact, we're gonna make a farewell tour. Goodbye to everyone. But first, this way. It lets us go out to the seaside way. And let's zoom up towards the orphanage. Wait, no, the orphanage is... The orphanage is burnt down? We're gonna go check out, see how the initial rebuilding's going. I don't remember where the kids were. I'm sure they're somewhere. Alright, this is the map where you have to go down and cross the beach. It all feels so familiar again. To the orphanage. Still burnt down. Oh. Hasn't even been cleaned up yet. Oh, that's so sad. Well, farewell, everyone at the orphanage. Are the kids still at the inn then? I don't remember where the kids are. It's not very far. We'll go say goodbye to them at the inn. Like, we're not in a hurry to get to Zeiss, so we'll say goodbye to everyone here. Farewell! Time to get back to climbing. The peaks of Crone are calling to me. Well, stay safe. Too much snow on the south face for it to be safe. Guess we'll have to plan a new route. Ask everyone from the orphanage to stay here till they can rebuild. We've had a good bit of fun. Ah, they are here until they're rebuilt. Lovely. Huh? Are they here until they rebuild? Are they just not here because they're outside playing? What do you have to say, Rex? Not surprised Seward Gilbert's a criminal. Even so, it's hard to believe the mayor would be involved in something that terrible. Guess he'll have the rest of his life to pay for what he's done. That's a very Rex-like comment. Although I think Rex, my son Rex, would be a little bit more like, yeah, fuck that guy. Yay, they're all here. We're gonna say goodbye before we go. Oh my, Estelle, are you leaving? Yeah, gotta go to Zeiss, actually. Oh, I see. But we're all greatly indebted to you for all you've done. It pains me I can't repay your kindness like you deserve. Please, it's really fine. I'm really just glad that all these kids are happy again. Estelle, please be well and safe on your journey to Zeiss. Thank you, ma'am. We wish you all the best. On behalf of everyone, thank you. I'm just relieved the matron's here. I know I have to learn more to be grown up, though. Someday we can pay the matron back for all she's done for us. And 1 and 2. We're gonna have 4 snacks today. Wait! No fun playing when Polly's it. There you go, Polly caught you. Haha. We sabotaged the game. Farewell. The kids finally seem happy again. Still having a tough time dealing with Mayor Dalmore being a criminal. There's no telling what the kids will think when they figure it all out. Is there anything we need before we go? I think we're all equipped up. I think we're all pretty equipped up. And I know we have plenty of food and other stuff, so let's just return back to the town, and then we will... Should we say goodbye to anyone at the school? Not really. We don't have any real tight, good relationships with people from the school who we didn't already say goodbye to. Ah, I forgot we had to go down to the beach. Hello! Divides after being wounded. That's right. What are you, anyway? We to earth and fire. Do I have any earth and fire? No. Do you have a big Earth AoE to finish everyone off with? It's not big enough. There you go. Worrisome. Worrisome. There we go. That gets everyone. I'm gonna move everyone right down by Chloe, so that hopefully if they come to attack us, they like get right here. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to attack. But I think the stone impact was going to hit all but one of them. Yep. That's the one I wanted to hit. Well, that's fine. This is going to die anyway.
We're good to go.
Okay, now let's not be stupid. And let's get back to town. Have our farewell tour, because... you know, everyone is sweet, and we like them all, so we want to say goodbye and wish them all good lucks and happy times, and hear what everyone has to say about the mayor being a criminal, which I guess the people at the school we haven't heard from. You're right, we haven't heard from them. They're also up this way, so... Right, or is they... Yes, roads... there. We'll go say goodbye. We'll go check in, see how people at the school feel about the mayor being a criminal. Because they're going to have a take. Everyone's got a take. That's the sort of game this is. Everyone's just got a take about everything. So I want to go check. See what vibes they have. I guess we didn't check the take of the mine lighthouse keeper. But also, gosh, the lighthouse keeper is really far away. He's just gonna have to cope with us not caring about his old Fox News ass boomer takes. Academy! Hi. Gym class just finished up. You need more than studying to succeed. It takes physical fitness. A beautiful body complements a beautiful mind. Few of my classes will put you on the right track for that. I think Estelle already has a beautiful enough body. Anyone in the auditorium? This time of after everything? Probably not. Stage. Costume room. We're just zooming through looking for people to chit-chat with. Class may be over, but I still get questions from my students. I didn't really understand the lesson in my last class. Taylor. Finally, classes are done for the day. Afternoon classes make me want to take a nap. Okay, time for club activities. I've got to finish this paintings today. Good job, Caden, and do not smoke. Because Caden does not smoke. I'm putting in charge of writing the entrance exams this year. Aha! I look forward to the challenge. Dean.
Hey, hello there. I've known Dalmor for so long, it's difficult to contain my shock at what he's been doing. It's not so much that his crimes are unforgivable, but I think he might be too. I pray that he'll come to regret straying from the path.
I figured someone would have a take on Dalmor. We'll swing by the clubhouse. I'm looking for someone in particular. Not you. I don't care about what most of these people have to say. Where are you? Oh my god. There you are. Hey, Estelle, Josh, did you come here especially to see me? Yes, actually, Jill, I did. Specifically come all the way here to catch your take. It hasn't been so long, but there's lots going on, good and bad. Sure is good to see the two of you. When everything really settles down, we can all focus on our futures. I hope you have fun when you get to Zeiss. Her little wink. Hey, Josh and Estelle. We read in the liberal news about Mayor Dalmore and his dirty little schemes. We have to get the new... There's got to be a new issue of liberal news. We have to read it. I guess that's why he acted all innocent and benevolent when he gave his donation at the festival. He was even nasty enough to attack the matron afterwards. He must be rotten to the core. Anyway, that's what we came here for. We came here to say hi to her and get her take. And her take is, come visit me after everything settles down so that we can talk about the future. She wants to poly up. She wants to poly up with Josh and Estelle. And who can blame her? She is so real for that. So we will remember this. Hi! Surprise attack! Oh, you little thing. I'm so sorry.
Well, that takes care of that.
Well, that takes care of that. I can't really do that voice. I probably could if I were willing to put some training into it, but I'd have to repair my fry, I think, and I don't want to put any effort into repairing my fry. Anyone who was who visited the night, who was there for the night's stream, or specifically the Arissa bit before that, where I mispronounced everything related to India, and I talked about the podcast idea. I had a chance to chat with my bestie, and she is still into that idea, so who knows? I don't think it'll be soon, but at some point, there might be an announcement on that. Hello. You got a smile on your face all your life, it kind of loses its meaning. Fact is, we're alive. Thank you. Hi, Joan. We're leaving, so we're saying goodbye. Mayor Dalmore. He always was one to put on airs, but never in a million years did I think he'd put them on that thick. You have anything better that we haven't bought yet? I think we already have the best everything, but I'm gonna take a quick check. Nope. Okay. Well, we'll get new stuff in Zeiss anyway. The only thing I'm really looking for is the liberal news. Given the mayor was the face of Ruan's tourism industry, his arrest will ruin the town's image. We're already seeing a drop in the number of visitors and hotel reservations. Well, that's so sad for you. If we have to elect a new mayor, I prefer it to be Mr. Norman. I think he'd do a lot to help build up the tourism industry. I think my mom and dad are both home today. I hope I get to go play. It's not what I wanted to do. Whole mess with the mayor has caused quite a stir. It's making it difficult to study with all that noise. It's amazing to me Mayor Dalmore was responsible for all this trouble. I always thought he was a good man. Boy, was I wrong. Aw. I wonder what our dads are making so much noise about. I know that it's intended to be like Dad and Other Dads, but I am now thinking these are that kid's dads. And you can't stop me from thinking that. In fact, if you're wise, you will think that too. Hey, what's the church have to say about this debacle? It's heartbreaking children should be drawn into such terrible events. The head of our church is planning to visit the children. I intend to go with him, if he'll allow me. Thanks, Frida. I don't really know about you.
Oh, the love of money claimed the mayor as it has so many others. Care must be taken to assure the region does not fall into chaos and disorder.
Almighty Idios, grant your guidance and wisdom. Priest said, fuck capitalism. Based. Okay, we're gonna say goodbye to everyone at the guild. Hey, Karna. Bye. Oh, hey. Karna? Are you feeling better? Fit as a fiddle. Back at work as of today. Wish I had some way to pay you back for all the trouble I put you through. Oh, come on. Once you're full-fledged racers, come back to Ruan. I'll be waiting for you. Wink. There's no events here. Oh, there is one. Ferocious monster known as the Jab has been spotted roving the Gull Seaside Way. Racers from this branch are requested to deal with this immediately. We already did, apparently. Cool. I'm glad that I came in here to check and didn't just leave. Planning to go to Zeiss next? There may be clues about the Black Orbment there. It'll be a real load off our minds when you two get promoted to full-fledged bracers. Yeah, we're kicking ass, taking names. Oh, hi! Oh, the mayor's been arrested. I just don't... What's going on? Melvin, are you not paying attention? City sure is noisy. Did something major happen, I wonder? Do you not pay attention to the liberal news? I'm relieved to know the mayor's been arrested. Since House Dalmore has no more heirs, we'll have to elect a new mayor, won't we? Oh, are you gonna run, Toby? Is it true? What the liberal news wrote? It's just hard to believe that the mayor was a criminal. Though I never liked him all that much. I know that it's just the name of the kingdom, but every time I say the liberal news, I chuckle. The mayor did something bad? He's not a nice man? Nope, kid. Can't trust a politician. Not even Bobby for Beemore. I mean, he's probably fine, but he's a small business owner, and I've asked him a few times, like, hey, can you just, like, explicitly say that you're pro-trans? And he won't, so that's sus as fuck. Guess the mayor's gonna cause some big trouble for government proceedings. I figure it'll have a big impact on tourism. Yep. And you're the one that we're gonna vote for. I think I'll go to Zeiss for some fishing next. Never been there before, but I hear it's a fisherman's dream. You can see the excitement in Estelle's eyes. I mean, it's not actually there, because she doesn't have any animation change. But you know. Casino, Laventar. Hey there, looks like you got the whole maintenance kit thing sorted out. How's the old salt doing? Seem to be fine. Sends his regards. Does he now? Good, good. Age eventually gets the best of us. Sounds like he's still hanging in there. Appreciate it. Good luck out there. Thanks. See you later. I forgot Primo was involved in the old man situation. I did it. I figured out the map. This time I'm gonna find that pirate treasure. Good luck. I look forward to seeing your request in Zeiss. It's not open yet. Hard to believe the mayor's been arrested. Suppose that means we'll be electing a new mayor. I'll be extremely interested in seeing who decides to run for office. Oh, Spiridon wants to be the power behind the throne. No. Let someone else deal with all the headache of running the country. Use your casino money and control the policies from behind. O'Neill, You're going to be where I get the liberal news. Come on. Oh, I never suspected Mayor Dalmore of such crimes. The position of mayor in Ruan has been held by the Dalmores for generations. I suspect one of them being arrested will be the end of that little tradition. For an old man like me, it's been a genuine shock. Do you have a copy of the liberal news? Liberal News, Volume 6. Because, you know, we have to read the liberal news. Otherwise, how will we stay educated? We missed liberal news issue 5 and 3, apparently. Yesterday afternoon, Ruan's mayor, Morris Dalmore, 48, was arrested by the Royal Guard on suspicion of arson and intent to commit other crimes. His steward, Gilbert Stein, was arrested on the same charges. Both are in the custody of the Intelligence Division and have been transferred to Leaston Fortress. A horrifying rampage by incumbent mayor. Mayor Dalmore is suspected of ordering the arson carried out on the Mercia orphanage and plotting the theft of the donations as well. Although those responsible for committing the acts have not yet been caught, the mayor's steward Gilbert was seized at the scene, suggesting his involvement. Mayor Dalmore abruptly fled his residence during questioning by the Bracer Guild and attempted to flee the Ruan River in his personal yacht. The Bracers reacted quickly and alerted the Royal Guard, who rushed to the scene in a high-speed cruiser, Arcel, and used its hull as a barrier to thwart the escape. After his apprehension, the subject appeared to have a temporary lapse of memory, possibly due to shock, but has since regained his composure. We've had that happen before. The Sky Pirates. Dawn had that. I'm remembering. Oh no. Something else going on. We know that the liberal news will not speculate. What motivated such a despicable act as the liberal news begins to speculate? A figure born into privilege and wealth who for years managed the affairs of the municipal government has fallen from grace, all for what in the end was nothing more than an enormous debt born from insatiable personal greed. In an investigation conducted by the Liberal News, it was uncovered that Morris Dalmore